Hey guys! So, this video, I came up with the idea about 2 weeks ago. It just popped in my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, has this ever been done before? I don't think it has been done before. I looked up, I entered the search with the keywords in YouTube, and I could not find anything. So, if someone has done it or something like this, then please let me know. But anyways, this is painting with terrain paints. Now, obviously, a whole bunch of stuff came up with like terrain painting and like landscaping, but I took it further. um, this first video, there's two paintings I did, but this first one, I attempted to follow a Bob Ross tutorial, and it was hard because I had to find something that had neutral colors and, browns and grays and dark blackish colors because there's not a true black in the terrain paints. So I couldn't use anything with, blues, reds, yellows, things like that. So that was a feat in and of itself, finding something that worked with the colors given. And it still is not a perfect match, but I did what I could. This first attempt, it turned out all right. I learned some things, and then I decided to do it again and see how that one would turn out. It turns out a little bit better, in my opinion. But yeah, this one, I was following Bob, and it looks pretty cool in the end, I must say. I think I did a pretty good job considering the medium. Obviously, you're not going to get very detailed work, but it's something. And the farther you zoom out, the better it looks. So yeah. This one, like I said, I was following a Bob Ross tutorial. It's not a complete recreation because I did miss some things, but honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. The second one I do is, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I didn't know if I wanted to just find a painting online and just recreate that, or take something from The Sims. And I was originally going to do something from just online, find a painting of like maybe just one color and use that. I know that's a challenge out there. But then I was looking through the Sim decor, wall decor gallery, whatever you want to call it, and I was like, you know what, maybe this will actually work better. So I decided to use one of them, and I used the dinosaurs, and it turned out really cute, and here it is now. This is something I learned. It's with the terrain paint, some of them are not just pure the color you choose. Like the darker, I believe it's the stone that has it the most, but the stone has green around the edge. So it's not just the pure stone paint. It's lightly colored with the green or a green on the edges. So that's kind of annoying because it does kind of show up a bit. And if you see with it was in the last painting that you could see it a little bit more, the darker green or whatever I used as the purple, that had the green around it, and it was super confusing, and I thought I was losing my mind. But yeah, so the lighter colors and the browns are better with the green, so that was something I had to work with and try and fit it in. One thing that's cool is the textures actually kind of give more of a not a lively feeling to it. So it's not just one flat painting. It's got some texture to it. It makes it look a little cool. And this is what I was doing here, is I was trying to figure out what a good texture would be for the dinosaurs. On the painting, they don't have a texture, obviously. They're just I think they're like a brown or a purple brown, something like that. It's very interesting colors, and I chose it for that reason, because they were all colors I could use. But anyways, I started with this, the stone. I don't remember what it's called, but I started with that, and it just wasn't dark enough, and I didn't feel like it was contrasting enough against the other colors. So then I turned to the, now there I was testing out some different ones, but there I turned to that last one, which is a dirt. I think it's like the hard packed dirt or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll pop up in the, if you can catch it, in the video. But it's that last one, and it was the darkest of all of them, and it worked the best. And it had that cool texture because it is some type of dirt. So it worked really good. I think, no, this one doesn't have the green, but if you caught it, that stone that I originally used did have the green. That is slightly around, like, that borders it. Obviously, I couldn't fit the whole picture, partly because you can't get that small of a brush. Like, here I am using the smallest brush, so it's, like I said, hard to do detailed work. So it's a little bit more of a zoomed in image. I tried to add all of the elements. Like, in the end, I add the plants that are included on the sides, just a little bit smaller so they didn't compete, because I had to use the same color with them as I did the dinosaurs, because it was the only thing that really popped. So the elements are all there. But it was really fun. It's challenging, but with this painting, at least, it didn't end up being challenging. The Bob Ross one was a little bit harder, and maybe this wasn't as challenging because I'd already done the other one, and had learned a little bit about, like, using the transparency and starting with that white base, even though it's not really white, it's sand. But it was a little bit easier to do and figure out. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm happy with it, how it turned out. Like, I'm really impressed with my dinosaurs. They turned out really cool. And I mean, obviously I was copying, but there wasn't anything to trace. It was all, I had to do it all on my own, and their heads were so hard to do. You would think that that little blip at the end was not be difficult, but it was. But yeah, this is the almost finished painting. I add the flowers in now. There's the painting for reference. But it was fun. I suggest you challenge yourself and give it a try, because it's just really interesting and fun to do, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't going to talk the whole video, but here we are. I am going to stop now. There's about a little bit left. We're getting into the pictures soon. So I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a try, and if you do, please show me the pictures you do, because that is really cool and I want to see all of them. And let me know if anybody's done this, because I could not find anything. I promise I tried. But anyways, have a good day, evening, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!